Hello, dear student. Today in this video, I am going to explain the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. This poem is composed by Leslie Morris. He was a poet as well as a short story writer. Here in this poem, poet described the pitiable condition of tiger living in the cage. The poem provides a contrast in the mood and environment of a tiger when he is in the zoo and when he is in the forest. Poet says that in the zoo there is no liberty for him because he lost his natural habitat. Now, dear students, we are going to explain the stanza. Look the first stanza. Stalks in his vivid strips, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet race. Dear students, you know well that for animal it is used, but here the poet used he for tiger. So we can say that here the figure of speech personification has used because tiger personified as human being. That is why the poet used here he. He stuck in his vivid stripes. The tiger walked in the cage with his beautiful strips. A few steps of his cage. You know well that for tiger the cage is a very limited place. He has no enough place to walk around. That is why he just walk a few steps and moves on pads of velvet quiet. Pads and velvet. Here the poet compare the claws of the tiger with velvet. You know what? Velvet is very soft. So we can say, so we can found here the poet use metaphor comparing his claws with velvet. In his quiet race, the word quiet race both have opposite qualities. So here the poet used oxymoron. It means the tiger is walking in quiet, but really he is angry because of losing his freedom. Now look the second. He should be lurking in shadow. Lurking means hidden to prowl. Hidden to prowl means घात लगा के शिकार करना. The poet says that tiger must be in the forest where he hides himself in the shadow of trees, sliding through long grass and walk slowly among the long grass near the water pole and approach to go to the watery area. And we can say that in the side of river where plump deer pass, where plump is flashy or healthy deer come to drink water. And when he saw the deer to come and drink the water at that moment, tiger attacked over him to hunt. Now look the third stanza. He should be snarling around houses. The poet says that when tiger is in the forest, he just create sound around the house mean to create fears among the villager. It means the poet says that tiger must be in the edge of the forest where he creates terroring sound to fear the villager because villager are the human being always destroy the forest for their own benefits. That is why the tiger wants to create fears among the villager. Wearing his white fans his class. Wearing his white fans his class. Terrorizing the villager. In this way, tiger is terrorizing villager to show his white teeth and his claws, his nail. That is all used by the tiger to create fear among the villagers so that they do not come in the forest. Now look the next. But he has locked in the concrete cell his strength behind bars. The poet says that the power of tiger has been has been trapped behind the bar and he is locked in the cage where the freedom of tiger has lost. Stalking the length of his cage, ignoring peace. Living in the cage, the condition of tiger is not good. He is in highly pain. He walks proudly in the cage, but he does not care the visitor who came there who come there to visit the cave and watch the tiger. He hears the last voice at night and patrolling cars and stare with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Here in this last stanza, the poet says that tiger not only disturb in the day but also he cannot able to sleep peacefully at night because when patrolling car came to check the case, the beams of rays directly entered in the eyes of the tiger, so carefully he watched the rays and start sitting in the cage. In this way, tiger lost his freedom. He is not happy living in cage. That is inhuman to behave with animal like that. And the poets want to give a message that we should not keep the animals in trap because freedom is necessary for everyone, and that is why the poet use he as personification so that tiger must be compared with human being. Now look the poetic devices. First, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is ABCB. You know well, personifications, metaphor, oxymoron, and alliteration has been used in this poem very beautifully. And imagery view, vivid stride, that is visual description has been created by the poet. Now with this, end of the chapter.